Great to be back here, and I hope you're having a great summer.
Thank you. Same to you. It's a little bit warm today, but
Correct. I'll tell you, it's still. I think it's 80 degrees, and we're at 6 o'clock. So
yeah, it's been a warm day. We're in the middle of a classic Boston heat wave, but I guess it's better. We'll be wishing that there was more heat when we're in the thick of it in January or February, and it's -5 degrees outside.
Correct. Well, speaking of heat, talking about people maybe looking at candidates and potential employees in the heat, I thought it'd be apropos to share with our listeners the complexity and the continual standoff as the economy gets better between employers and millennial employees.
And what are you defining, just for the benefit of our listeners, a true millennial? If you and I are the baby boomer generation, what are you defining as a millennial?
I would say a millennial now is anybody coming out of college to probably in their early 30s.
Okay, so somebody who was probably born in the 80s or 90s, who's now come of age, has just graduated from an undergraduate or graduate program, and is now entering the workforce for the first time, or re-entering the workforce after getting some graduate certification.
Correct. So what we have found over the years, and now it's been verified by every employer that I've talked to, and every recruiter that I know in the business, is employers are facing people with a different philosophy on job hiring and the significance of a job. And by that I mean employers are still looking for somebody to really develop, to retain, that will work there for a long time. And when they look at candidates, they want a candidate that has been in jobs for a significant period of time when they're considering them. They don't want people that are going to be moving every year from a job or every 8 months from a job. Meanwhile, somebody who's in that age bracket that we've talked about, who's now in the job market, what their philosophy is, they're looking for a job where they come in, make a contribution, but in some ways it's all about them because it's what they're learning from the job.
And what they can parlay from that job into the next job.
Correct. And once they've learned everything they can, then they're ready to move on, as you say.
In their opinion.
In their opinion.
Right. So here's an interesting question for you. How much do you think the average employee